First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So in this lesson number 2 on the topic problems on train, we are going to solve 12 basic questions. So first 6 question is part number 1, that is based on the concept called a train crosses a man, or otherwise train crosses an electric post, or otherwise train crosses a pole. So based upon this concept, right? And the last 6 question is based on the concept where the train crosses a tunnel, or otherwise train crosses a bridge, right? So last question will be on those concepts. So remember that before watching this video, don't forget to watch my basics, that is lesson number 1, introduction about problems on train. So before watching lesson number 1, don't forget to watch all the lessons that is based on time and distance. So time and distance is the basics. So only after learning time and distance, watch problems on train. So now let me move on to all the 6 questions. So remember that if a train crosses a man, or otherwise a train crosses an electric post, or otherwise a train crosses a stick. So all these concepts, the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train, which I have taught you in the basics, right? And the next important note, if a train crosses a platform, or otherwise a train crosses a bridge or a tunnel, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. So these 2 points are most important if you need to solve a basic question in the topic problems on train. So now let me move on to all the 12 questions. Question number 1. A train 100-meter long is running at a speed of 30 km per hour. The time in second in which it passes a man standing near a railway line is. So friends, what they are saying, a train length is given, which is 100 meter, and the speed of the train is also given 30 km per hour. So our target to find what is the time taken to cross a man where the man is standing in a railway line. Listen the word carefully. Our target to find a train crosses a man. So if train crosses a standing man, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. So we can say that the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train, where length of the train is given 100 meter. Next, speed is given, where speed is equals to how much kilometer per hour? 30 kilometer per hour. So using this data, our target to find what is the time taken, but the time taken should be in seconds, right? So time is equals to distance divided by speed. So distance is given, that is 100 meter divided by, if you are a beginner, write like this, 100 meters kilometer per hour, so that you can, while solving a toughest question without writing this, you can easily crack it, right? So beginners write this. If you already learned, you don't want to write all those steps, meter, kilometer and all, right? So here the speed 30 kilometer per hour, so 30 kilometer per hour. So our target to find the answer in second. So let me do one thing. First we can convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. So in the basics I have told you, converting of kilometer per hour into meter per second, you need to multiply the value by 5 by 18. So 100 meter divided by 30 into 5 by 18. So finally we converted this 30 kilometer per hour into meter per second. So now you can cancel meter and meter. So finally you will get an answer in seconds. So I think now you can cancel this on 6 table. 6 5s are 30, 6 3s are 18. So 5 into 5 will be 25, right? So 25 4 times will be 100. So we can say that 4 into 3 will be 12. So 12 seconds. So finally a train takes 12 seconds to cross a standing man in a railway line. So answer for this question is 12 seconds. It's a basic question. So from this question, what you need to learn is, if a train crosses a standing man, then the distance traveled by the train is equals to length of the train, which is 100 meter. So finally answer for question number 1 is 12 seconds. Question number 2. A train is 125 meter long. If the train takes 30 seconds to cross a tree by the railway line, then the speed of the train is. So our target to find what is the speed of the train, and the length of the train is given 125 meter, and 125 meter long train crosses a tree in 30 seconds. What is the meaning of it? If a train crosses a tree, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. So distance is equal to length of the train, which is 125 meter, and the time taken is given 30 seconds. By using this data, our target to find what is the speed. Remember that speed they have given kilometer per hour, which means our target to find the speed in kilometer per hour, right? So speed is equal to distance divided by time. A basic formula, we know distance will be 125 meter divided by time will be 30 seconds. So finally we got the answer in 125 by 30 meter per second, but our target to get the answer in kilometer per hour. So conversion of meter per second into kilometer per hour, we need to multiply 18 by 5. So we can say that 125 divided by 30 into 18 by 5. So now we have converted the value into kilometer per hour. So now our target to cancel this. We can cancel this on 6 tables. So 6 5s are 30 and 6 3s are 18. So 5 5s are 25. So 25 into 5 will be 125. So 5 into 3 will be 15. So 15 kilometer per hour. So finally we found the speed of the train is 15 kilometer per hour. Question number 3. A 120 meter long train takes 10 seconds to cross a man standing on a platform. What is the speed of the train? So listen the word carefully. You should not say a train crossing a platform. Listen the word. A train length is 120 meter, right? It takes 10 seconds to cross a man, where the man is standing in a platform. They are not talking about train crosses a platform. They are talking about a train crossing a man, whereas the man standing in a platform. So our target to find what is the speed of the train if this length train crosses a man standing in a platform, right? So we can say that if a train, 120 meter train crosses a man, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. So distance is equal to length of the train, which is 120 meter, and the time taken is also given 10 seconds. And our target to find the speed, and the speed should be in meter per second, right? They have directly given in a bracket at the last, meter per second. So we can say that speed is equal to distance divided by time. So distance will be 120 meter, time will be 10 seconds. So we can easily cancel 0 and 0. So answer for this question is 12 meter per second. In the previous question, they have asked a value in kilometer per hour. So only we have converted the meter per second into kilometer per hour. But in this third question, they have directly asked the speed in meter per second. So you don't want to convert this value. So we can directly say answer for this question is 12 meter per second. So third question is most important question. Beginners, read the question carefully. Whether the train is crossing a man or otherwise a train is crossing a platform. That is most important. Here train is crossing a man, but the man is standing in a platform. That is not needed. The train is crossing a man, that is needed, right? So distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. Question number 4. A 75 meter long train is moving at 20 kilometer per hour. It will cross a man standing on a platform. So listen, our target to find the answer in seconds. So listen the word carefully. This question is similar to the previous question, right? Where 75 meter long train, it runs at 20 kilometer per hour, whether it crossing a platform or otherwise it's crossing a man. Listen the word carefully. It crosses a man, whereas the man standing in a platform, that is not needed. Our target to find what is the time taken by the train to cross a man, right? So if a train crosses a standing man, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. So distance is equal to length of the train, which is 75 meter, and the second is where the speed is also given 20 kilometer per hour. For using this data, our target to find the time taken, that in seconds, right? So time is equal to distance divided by speed. So 75 meter divided by speed will be 25 kilometer per hour. So first let me convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second so that we can cancel both the meters. So 20 into converting of kilometer per hour into meter per second, we need to multiply the value into 5 by 18. So into 5 divided by 18, so that we can convert this value into meter per second. So now you can cancel meter and meter. So finally we got an answer in seconds, right? So I think we can cancel this on 2 table 10 times. Once you cancel this on 2 table, 9 2s are 18, 9 times. So next we can cancel this on 5 times. So 1 5s are 5, 25, 15. So again we can cancel this on 5 table, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10. So finally 27 divided by 2. So time taken will be 27 divided by 2 seconds. So which is 13.5 seconds. So finally the time taken will be 13.5 seconds. Answer for question number 4. Question number 5. In what time will a train 100 meter long cross an electric post if the speed be 145 km per hour? So similar to the previous question, our target to find the time taken by the train to cross an electric post, right? So remember that if a train crosses an electric post, or if a train crosses a standing man, or otherwise a train crosses a pole, so whatever be, then the distance traveled by the train is equals to length of the train. Most important point. That's the reason I'm saying this again and again while solving every question, right? So distance is equal to length of the train. Length of the train is 100 meter. Speed is also given. The speed will be 144 km per hour. So by using this data, our target to find the time taken in seconds. So time taken will be distance divided by speed. So 100 meter divided by speed will be 144 km per hour. So now we can convert the kilometer per hour into meter per second, so that we can multiply the value by 5 by 18. So 144 into 5 by 18 meter per second. So now we can cancel meter and meter. We will get an answer in seconds. So I think we can cancel this on 5 table 20 times. So we can cancel this on 2 tables. So let me write like this: 20 into 18 divided by 144 second. We can cancel this on 2 table 10 times. Cancel this on 2 tables 72. So 18 4s are right. So 4 times you can cancel this, will be 2.5. So answer for this question, time taken will be 2.5 seconds. So which is answer for question number 5. Question number 6. A train 240 meter in length crosses a post in 16 seconds. So a train length is given, it's crossing a post. So we can say that the distance traveled by the train will be the length of the train, which is 240 meter. And also it takes 16 seconds. So time taken is also given 16 seconds. But our target to find the speed in kilometer per hour. So speed is equal to this, so 240 meter divided by 16, which is meter per second. So finally we got a value 240 by 16 meter per second. But our target to get an answer in kilometer per hour. So conversion of meter per second into kilometer per hour, we need to multiply the value by 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. So now I think we can cancel this on 2 table. 9 2s are 18, 8 2s are 16. So again we can cancel this 30 times and 1 6 times. So 54 km per hour. So finally we got the speed of the train is 54 km per hour. So in this part 1, 6 question, we have solved the questions that is related to train crosses a standing man, or otherwise train crosses a post or an electric post, or otherwise a man standing on a platform. So remember that the only concept that you have to know in this first 6 question is, if a train crosses a standing man, or otherwise train crosses a post or a tree, whatever be, the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. So now let me move on to the next set of 6 questions. So now let me move on to the second set of 6 questions that is based on the concept called a train crosses a platform. So note number 2, most important, if a train crosses a platform or a tunnel, whatever be, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. So now let me move on to question number 1. A train 300 meter long is running at a speed of 25 meter per second. It will cross a bridge of 200 meter in dash seconds. So listen here, what are all the data they have given? A train length is given, that is 300 meter. And the speed of the train is also given 25 meter per second. By using this data, our target to find what is the time taken by the train to cross a bridge where the bridge length is given 200 meter. So if a train crosses a bridge, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. Length of the train is 300 meter plus length of the bridge. So length of the bridge is 200 meter. So total distance traveled by the train will be 500 meter. Got it? Next, speed is also given, right? So speed is also given, which is 25 meter per second. So by using this data, our target to find what is the time taken. So time is equal to distance divided by speed. So distance will be 500 meter divided by speed will be 25 meter per second. Our target to get an answer in second. So we can directly cancel meter and meter. So this will be 20 times. So finally answer for this question, time taken to cross the bridge of 200 meter will be 20 seconds. So answer for this question number 1 is 20 seconds. So easiest question, only the concept is important. Here a 300 meter long train crosses a bridge. Bridge length is also given, that is 200 meter. So distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train 300 meter plus length of the bridge 200 meter. So distance traveled by the train is equal to 500 meter. Question number 2. A 120 meter long train is running at a speed of 90 km per hour. It will cross a railway platform 230 meter long in dash seconds. So listen here, a train length is given 120 meter and also the speed of the train is given in kilometer per hour, which is 90 km per hour. So our target to find where 120 meter long train with the speed of 90 km per hour, how much time it will take to cross a platform where otherwise the platform length is also given 230 meter long. So by using this data, our target to find the time in seconds. So first, distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. So length of the train is 120 meter and length of the platform is 230 meter. So once you add this, 350 meter. So finally we can say the distance traveled by the train will be 350 meter and also where the speed is given 90 km per hour. So now our target to find the time taken. So time is equal to distance divided by speed. So distance will be 350 meter divided by speed will be 90 km per hour. So our target to find the answer in seconds. So let me do one thing, convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second by multiplying 5 by 18. So 350 divided by 90 into 5 by 18. So we have converted this value into meter per second and numerator we have meter. So you can cancel meter and meter. So 18 5s are 90. So 1 5s are 5 or 25 times. You can directly cancel 5 into 5 will be 25. So 125s are 25, remaining will be 10, 100. So 14, it is 14 seconds. So finally time taken will be 14 seconds. So answer for this question number 2 is time taken, that is 14 seconds. Question number 3. A train traveling at a speed of 30 meter per second crosses a platform 600 meter long in 30 seconds. The length in meter of the train is. So listen here, all the previous question we have find the time taken, but here our target to find what is a length of the train. So remember that what all the data is given, a train traveling at a speed of 30 meter per second, where the speed of the train is given 30 meter per second. And also train crosses a platform where the platform length is given 600 meter. And also time taken is also given, right? So time taken by the train to cross a platform will be 30 seconds. So by using this data, our target to find what is length of the train, which is distance, right? So listen carefully. Distance is equals to speed into time. Got it? We know what is the speed. Speed will be 30 meter per second. And also time is directly given, which is 30 seconds. So next is distance. Remember that if a train crosses a platform, then the distance traveled by the train will be length of the train plus length of the platform. We know the length of the platform is 600 meter. But we don't know what is length of the train. So let me keep it as x. Friends, got it? So distance traveled by the train will be length of the train plus length of the platform. We know the length of the platform is 600 meter. But we don't know what is length of the train. So only we have assumed this as x. So x plus 600 will be d. Speed is directly given in the question. Similarly, time is directly given. So our target, and I think we can easily cancel second and second. So 600 plus x is equal to 900 meter. So x is equal to 900, 600 will be 300 meter. So we can say that the length of the train is 300 meter. So answer for this question number 3 is 300 meters. Question number 4. A train 150 meter long takes 30 seconds to cross a bridge 500 meter long. How much time will the train takes to cross a platform of 370 meter long? So friends, listen here. First they have given two data. First data is a train length is given, that is 150 meter. It takes 30 seconds to cross a bridge where the bridge length is 500 meter. And what is our target? Our target to find what is the time taken by the train if the same train crosses a platform of 370 meter long. So listen here. Our target to find the time taken by the train to cross a platform of length 370 meter. So time taken will be distance divided by speed, right? So we know the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. So length of the train is given 150 meter and the length of the platform in the last case 370 meter divided by, we don't know what about the speed, and also our target to find the time. Here we have two unknown value, right? Our target to find the time, but we don't know what is the speed, right? So let me do one thing. By using the first data, we can find the speed. What is the first data given? A train length is 150 meter and it crosses a bridge in 30 seconds where bridge length is given 500 meter. So by using this data, we can find speed is equal to distance by time. So distance will be 150, length of the train plus bridge length will be 500 divided by time taken will be 30 seconds. So we can directly say this as 650 divided by 30 seconds, which is meter per second. So we can cancel 0 and 0. So finally speed of the train will be 65 by 3 meter per second. So now substitute the value here in terms of speed so that you can easily get an answer, right? So 0, this will be 12 and 1 520 divided by speed, that is 65 divided by 3 meter per second, and here we have a value in meter. So now I think we can cancel meter and meter. So bring this 3 to the numerator. So 3 into 520 divided by 65. You can cancel this on 5 table. 1 5s are 5, 0, 5 4s are 20, 1 5s are 5, remaining will be 15, 5 3s are 15. So next is 13, right? I think 8 times we can cancel this. 8 will be 104. So 8 into 3 will be 24. So time taken will be 24 seconds. So finally answer for this question number 4 is time taken, which is 24 seconds. So finally what we did, by using a first data, we have found what is the speed of the train. So after finding the speed of the train, we have substituted in the second case so that we got what is the time taken by the train to cross a platform of 370 meter. So the main important thing is distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. In this case, distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the bridge. Question number 5. A train takes 18 seconds to pass through a platform 162 meter long and 15 seconds to pass through another platform 120 meter long. Then the length of the train in meter. So listen here, our target to find what is length of the train. But first thing, what they are saying, a train crosses a first platform of 162 meter long. It takes how many seconds? 18 seconds. Similarly, a same train crosses another platform with 120 meter and it takes how many seconds? 15 seconds. So by using this data, our target to find what is length of the train. So listen the thing carefully. The important note is, in both the cases time is different, right? It takes 18 seconds. In second platform it takes 15 seconds. And also in both the cases where the platform length is different. First platform is 162 meter and the second platform is 120 meter. But we can surely say that in both the cases where the speed will be equal. So got it? The speed of the train is same. Only the platform length is different. So we can do one thing. We are going to equate this speed. In first case speed and the second case speed. So speed is equal to distance by time. So distance divided by time is equals to distance divided by time. So in the first case, distance is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. We don't know what is length of the train. So let me keep it as x plus length of the platform in first case, that is 162, divided by time taken. So time taken will be 18 seconds. Is equals to second case, again distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. We don't know, x plus length of the platform. The second platform is 120 meter divided by time taken is 15 seconds. So now I think we can cancel this on 3 table. 5 3s are 15. Once you cancel this on 3 table, 6 3s are 18. So cross this. So 5x plus 162 into 5 2s are 10. Remaining will be 1. 30, 31, remaining will be 3, 810. So 6x plus this will be 720. So 6x and 5x will be x is equal to 90 meter. So finally we can say that The length of the train is 90 meters. So friends, understood the concept. The concept is important. They have given two cases. First case, a train crosses a first platform 162 meter and it takes 18 seconds. There are many different ways to solve this question. From the options you can solve. There are many different methods, but learn the traditional method, right? Only if you learn this traditional method for the toughest question, you can apply this and you can easily crack the question, right? So first case where a train crosses a first platform in 18 seconds, second platform in 15 seconds. But in both the cases, we have time different, length of the platform is different. But the train speed is same in both the cases. So only we have equated the speed in case 1 and case 2. So speed 1 is equal to distance by time, distance by time. So distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. We don't know what is length of the train, so we have kept as x plus length of the platform, so 162 meters. Similarly, second case, and we found the answer, that is length of the train is 90 meters. Last sixth question. A train passes two bridges of length 800 meter and 400 meter in 100 seconds and 60 seconds respectively. Then the length of the train is. I think the concept is similar to the previous question. The train crosses a two bridge. First bridge length is given, that is 800 meter, and the second bridge length is given 400 meter. So for crossing this 800 meter, a train takes 100 seconds. Similarly, for crossing the second bridge, a train takes 60 seconds. By using this data, our target to find what is length of the train. Remember that while crossing both the bridges, this train speed will be same, right? Speed will not be different. So train speed is same while crossing bridge number 1 and bridge number 2. So we are going to equate speed 1 and speed 2. So speed will be distance by time is equals to distance by time. So distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. We don't know what is the length of the train, x, plus length of the first bridge, that is 800 meter. So divided by the time taken will be 100 seconds is equals to second case, again distance, length of the train plus length of the second bridge 400 divided by time taken, that is 60 seconds. So now you can cancel 0 and 0. So I think once you multiply this, 6x plus 6 into 800 is equals to 10x plus. So next is we need to multiply this 48, that is 4800. So 4800, 4000 will be only 800. So 10x, 6x will be 4x. So 4x is equal to 800. So x is equal to 200 meter. So finally we got an answer for the last question where the length of the train is 200 meter. So friends, finally in this video we have solved 12 different questions that is based on the concept train crosses a man in first 6 question, and the second 6 question where the train crosses a tunnel or otherwise bridge. So remember that 2 notes are always important if you need to solve a question that is based on problems on train. The first note, if a train crosses a standing man or otherwise a tree or otherwise an electric post, and the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train. And note number 2, if a train crosses a tunnel or otherwise a platform, then the distance traveled by the train is equal to length of the train plus length of the platform. So thank you so much for watching this video. So take your books and try to solve many basic questions. So be strong on basics. Once you be strong on basics, then solving all the toughest questions will be so simple. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really like it, share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for competitive exam. So thank you so much. Bye.